Folks, 2025 is primed to be the best year for congressional riches ever. And likewise, Congress is making very, very aggressive moves in their portfolio right now. We're seeing some trading volume that we've never seen before. And so in today's video, we need to break down the top 5 stocks Congress is buying fast. Now, why should we care about what Congress is buying? Well, congressional trades are often strategic moves by politicians with access to committees, closed-door meetings, and policy discussions that shape entire industries. It's also common that Congress people will tend to invest heavily in industries that they have direct influence on or at least insider knowledge of. And accordingly, Congress members have a history of outperforming the market, and tracking their trades often allows you to get in before the rest of the market does. If you've been following our congressional trade videos, you know we've identified innumerable runners ahead of time thanks to congressional disclosures, like how a notable congressman bought Huma before it had its FDA approval just last week and skyrocketed 50% that day. Did he know something about this FDA approval? Did he know something about regulatory tailwinds going into this? Well, who knows? But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Whether you're talking about selling after closed-door meetings on upcoming pandemic shutdowns, buying before big government contracts, selling before big DOJ investigations over and over again, coincidental bailing out of private investments with public money, it's always the same story. Congress gets rich quick with their investments. And as of the last couple of weeks, Congress has been aggressively adjusting their portfolios with big dollar volume to prepare for this new year, and so it's incredibly critical that you pay attention. The massive pay raise that Congress just gave themselves is going to be pennies compared to the many, many millions they will make in stock trades next year. So we're going to go ahead and break down each stock for you, why they are probably buying these stocks, and potential catalysts moving forward. And as always, folks, if you're the one taking the ultimate risk, you got to be the one doing the ultimate frisk. Never get frisky without thinking about your risky, and vice versa. And today's video is brought to you by our Santa sale on options membership. Coupon code Santa will get you 65% off our alerts, private chat, and full program, and that is a one-time fee. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and a happy new year. Okay, let's go ahead and start with number 5, EQV Ventures Acquisition Corp, ticker symbol EQV. Now, this is one of the most unusual trades I've seen since we started this series. Congressman Michael McCaul has been plowing literally hundreds of thousands of dollars into this. What is it though? It's a blank check company known as an SPAC. SPACs are formed to acquire or merge with a private company and take it public. Unlike traditional IPOs, SPACs allow companies to go public faster and with less regulatory scrutiny. Now, it's common that people will buy a SPAC before the deal goes through and it takes a company public, but it's another story with this one because this stock hasn't even chosen an acquisition target yet. So why is Rep. McCaul buying a blank check company so aggressively? Where is he getting all this confidence? If this stock finds the right target to take public, it could go soaring, making his position worth perhaps many millions. If it's a bad target though, he could end up losing most of his money, right? So why is he so confident? Well, to be quite frank with you, I had to dig for a while to figure this one out because usually Congressman McCaul is one of my favorite congressional traders because his trades are usually super duper obvious. Back on March 3rd, for example, he helped author the TikTok ban bill, and then the next day on March 4th, he plows hundreds of thousands of dollars into Meta, the main TikTok competitor, and then over the next month, as they debate and vote yes on it, he discloses investing over $1 million in Meta. So this one seems a little bit more obvious as to why he was buying Meta. But with EQV, it's a little bit more of a dig. And so I went ahead and I dug, and this company behind the blank check SPAC specializes in the energy sector. It's a firm that seeks to acquire mature, long life, and low decline upstream producing oil and gas assets and related midstream infrastructure within the overlooked basins of North America and Europe. And they are using this particular SPAC that he bought to focus on businesses involved in upstream exploration and production in North America and Europe. But again, remember, this SPAC hasn't chosen a target yet. It hasn't chosen a company yet. So I'm thinking, okay, again, what does Congressman Michael McCaul want with this stock? Well, look at where he sits in terms of committees. He serves as the chairman of the House Committee on Foreign Affairs, which oversees international energy policy, including matters related to global oil markets and energy investments. Additionally, McCaul is a member of the House Committee on Homeland Security, where he holds the title of Chairman Emeritus. This committee's jurisdiction includes the security of critical infrastructure, such as, of course, the nation's energy facilities, which can impact impact very, very greatly domestic energy investments. Furthermore, McCall also happens to chair the House China Task Force, focusing on various aspects of U.S.-China relations, including economics and, of course, again, energy. Through all of these roles, McCall is involved very, very deeply in legislative matters and is informed on all of the latest in terms of energy and oil investments, policy, trends, tailwinds, headwinds, both domestically and internationally. Inside knowledge from this, plus perhaps tie-ins with the industry itself, may have persuaded him to invest so aggressively in the stock. Now again, all we have is the disclosure to go off of. But what I will say here is his two top donor categories are in finance, insurance, and real estate, and energy and natural resources, which, funny enough, the company that he's plowing a sizable amount of his cash into checks both of these boxes. So does the congressman have some connections with these companies that he's actually buying into? Are they telling him to invest in the stock in return for regulatory favorability or some form of regulatory insight? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not insinuating that that's what's happening. To be clear, don't sue me, bro, as Meet Kevin says, but it is an interesting trade nonetheless. And once they announce a target to acquire or merge with, this stock can go up a lot. So we'll see long term if this is a trade that the congressman knows something deep about. Okay, number 4, Hercules Capital Inc., HTGC. Congresswoman Virginia Foxx has been buying this one very aggressively. Congresswoman Foxx has a nice, friendly grandmother vibe and is super soft-spoken if you listen to her speeches, but when it comes to the market, this woman is a wolf. She brings in the big bucks. Her investments pushed her net worth from $3.66 million at year-end 2020 to just under $7 million estimated today, according to QuiverQuant. This congresswoman trades very frequently and with big dollar volume for someone on a low six-figure salary. $24.48 million in trade volume, 939 total trades. And she's only 80 years old, which is young for U.S. government officials, so she's probably got another 20 to 30 years of congressional trading ahead of her. So why exactly is she buying Hercules, though? Hercules is a business development company that provides financing to high-growth startups, particularly in technology, life sciences, and renewable energy sectors. You could think of Hercules as a venture capitalist, but with the added benefit of providing stable income through dividends. Hercules' dividend yield is over 9%, making it a favorite amongst income investors. Its portfolio has over $2 billion invested across 100-plus companies, many of which are poised for IPOs. IPOs that could net Hercules as an early investor big bucks. Could make Congresswoman Virginia Foxx even many more millions than she already has. So what link does Fox have to this company? Well, Fox likely sees Hercules as a way to capitalize on startup growth while enjoying consistent dividend payouts, and she serves on the House Committee on Education and the Workforce, which gives her exposure to policies that directly affect startups, emerging industries, and economic growth initiatives. As a key player in startup financing, Hercules stands to benefit quite a lot from legislative support for innovation and job creation, and Fox's committee involvement could give her insight into trends and also help her shape the trends for early stage industries, making Hercules a very, very attractive play for Fox to potentially benefit from her own legislative priorities. Okay, number 3, DT for Dynatrace. So Congressman Michael McCall is back and has also been trading this one hand over fist, as well as several other members of Congress. What is Dynatrace? Well, Dynatrace is a leader in software intelligence for IT operations, specializing in cloud-based monitoring, optimization, and cybersecurity. Its platform uses AI and automation to analyze IT ecosystems, helping businesses improve performance and efficiency. Dynatrace's focus areas include cloud optimization, application performance monitoring, and cybersecurity. But why might Congress people be interested? Well, Dynatrace operates in sectors with strong government and enterprise demand. With cybersecurity and cloud adoption being top national priorities, I would say it's no wonder Congress members see potential in this stock. As chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, McCall's role includes oversight of cybersecurity and tech collaborations. This provides unique insights into the importance of companies like Dynatrace in national security and digital infrastructure development. Perhaps McCall knows of upcoming contracts with Dynatrace, and maybe he's even voting on them. With Dynatrace's focus on cybersecurity and cloud optimization, McCall may see it as a critical player in areas where government spending and private sector growth intersect. The rise of AI and cloud-based systems makes Dynatrace a vital asset for ensuring secure and efficient operations. Dynatrace has positioned itself as a key player in the U.S. government's digital transformation initiatives. Its software intelligence platform is used to monitor and optimize the performance of applications across multiple government agencies. Dynatrace helps government agencies meet strict compliance requirements for IT systems. Its tools provide insights into not only ensuring performance, but also enhancing the security posture of digital operations. Dynatrace is also listed as a GSA, General Services Administration approved vendor, which simplifies the procurement process for federal agencies, and perhaps that is why Mr. McCall, Congressman McCall, is buying this stock, and some other Congress people as well. Dynatrace is simply very well positioned to secure contracts with government agencies looking to modernize and secure their IT systems, which next year could be a big year for that. Okay, number 2, Gevo. Penny stock Gevo has been an increasingly frequent trade of Congress. Representative Ro Khanna and Rep. Chris Jacobs have been frequent traders in this. Gevo Inc. is making big waves out of Colorado, turning plant-based resources into liquid gold, renewable fuels like jet fuel and isobutanol that could power our future without dirtying up the planet. At least that's what they say they're doing. Gevo says they've got a secret sauce, technology that ferments biomass into hydrocarbons. This isn't just any fuel, it's the kind that fits right into our current engines and infrastructures. Talk about an easy switch to green. If you like green energy, this stock might be an interesting one. Their fuels cut down on carbon emissions massively compared to fossil fuels, and as the world locks onto climate goals, Gevo's offerings are not just nice to have, they might end up being must-haves. It also often has frequent massive pumps followed by massive dumps, which of course is something that Congress people love because that means money to get rich off of. Now, Representatives Ro Khanna and Chris Jacobs could be interested in trading Gevo for several reasons, particularly tied to their respective roles in Congress and their insights into policies and industries that align with Gevo's business model. Ro Khanna is a well-known advocate for clean energy and climate initiatives as a member of the House Committee on Oversight and Reform and previously the House Select Committee on the Climate Crisis. He's deeply involved in shaping policies that focus on reducing carbon emissions and transitioning into renewable energy sources. Gevo's role in producing sustainable aviation fuel and renewable hydrocarbons directly aligns with the federal and state level climate goals, and Gevo's approach to bio-based fuel alternatives could align with broader bipartisan support for reducing reliance on foreign oil and expanding domestic sustainable energy production. The Inflation Reduction Act and other recent federal policies include significant incentives for renewable energy, including tax credits and grants for biofuel producers, and Gevo stands to benefit from these initiatives and incentives moving forward as it scales up production of sustainable aviation fuel and renewable gasoline. Members of Congress, especially those involved in energy policy or environmental policy, might be buying this because they see legislative backing for biofuels as a strong reason to trade a company like Gevo, anticipating long-term growth driven by government support. Now, you got to remember, Ro Khanna represents Silicon Valley and is deeply tied to tech and innovation, and so he knows all of the latest about what's going on and where the venture capital money is flowing, and if he's going and he's buying this stock, that could be a big indicator that this is something to watch. This stock has a very interesting history of pump and dumps as insiders buy and sell, and maybe perhaps with the stock trading at near lows, we might be ready for another pump. Number 1, AppLovin app. So Congressman Josh Gottheimer has been increasing his stake in AppLovin, a mobile technology company riding the digital advertising wave. Gottheimer is one of the most well-connected and also top-performing traders in the Congress, so you need to pay attention to his moves. Now, what does AppLovin do? Well, AppLovin focuses on app discovery and monetization using AI to help developers maximize revenue. Its platform connects users with apps and games they're likely to enjoy while driving ad revenue for developers. Why might Gottheimer be buying? Well, AppLovin benefits from the ongoing shift towards mobile-first advertising, with ad budgets increasingly targeting apps and games. Gottheimer likely sees AppLovin as a major growth story. Gottheimer serves on the House Financial Services Committee, which oversees policies affecting the tech and financial sectors, including advertising regulations and tech innovation. Gottheimer's position might give him insight into not just digital advertising trends and the regulatory environment, but also consumer privacy policies that could impact app platforms like this one, as well as economic trends driving mobile ad spending. So catalyst to watch here. Well, ad spending growth, brands are allocating more and more money to mobile, and AppLovin's platform is well positioned to capture this trend. Another catalyst to watch is AI integration. AppLovin's AI tools are improving ad targeting and ROI for advertisers and developers alike. Number 3, gaming market expansion. AppLovin's focus on gaming apps gives it exposure to one of the fastest growing digital sectors. And number 4, earnings potential. Recent financial results show improving margins and rising revenue, suggesting the company is scaling efficiently. So anyways, folks, there you have it, the top 5 trades of Congress right now. And make no mistake, Congress is preparing for the new year in a big way. In fact, Congress has been trading so much that even President Biden, who has spent most of his last weeks in office pardoning heavy offending criminals, has even come out and said, wow, this is too much. Biden is a president who commuted the sentence of a corrupt judge that put our American kids in private jails for money, and even he's coming out and saying, oof, how can these Congress people, these politicians, be doing this to the American people? You know it's bad when he's the one saying it, right? So again, anyways, expect lots and lots of congressional riches to be earned in 2025. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. Have a good one. See you next time.